Hey, everybody. Welcome back. Uh, this is part two to some degree of our video about our video review, our journal of the Decentraland Metaverse Music Festival 2025. Pepe and I had a art installation at the festival called, here we go, Pennies in Purgatory. In our previous video, slight apology for some noisy background at times, and I have to apologize for refusing to let us go into the building after numerous attempts by yourself. I don't know why. I just kept wanting to, quote unquote, do it right. But here we are. So yeah, we're gonna do a quick tour of the build. Um, yeah, let me get my coin flip in here.
Yeah.
And I guess we'll just this is the first time that you and I think, will have walked through this building, start to finish, um, ever. And this might be the last time we do this.
Well,
But I mean, we've run through this thing 100, 200, I don't know, 300 times. But it was never like together, level by level. So I think this would be kind of cool. This is just for our journal entries. Uh, I'll just stop talking. What do you think? You ready for a
I-
little journey through the through purgatory?
for sure. Let's do it.
All right. All right. So we're not going to talk much. I think let's just let it play out then. All right.
Heading in. Ready?
All right. Let's do it.
Hello, Metaverse Explorer. Welcome to Pennies in Purgatory.
Echoey.
This
I
digital
like it.
shrine is an
Yeah.
homage to one of humanity's earliest and greatest inventions. Here, we celebrate the humble penny, the lowest face value physical unit of money. A once ubiquitous part of life, it will soon become a relic of the past. Pennies in Purgatory is a photography project that explores the beauty that can emerge when the element of copper and humans interact. Please note, these pennies have not been altered. They are as they were found, in change in buckets and on the
On
ground.
the ground.
Take a moment to reflect on the past. Breathe in the efficient simplicity and witness the novelty. We hope you enjoy your
Maybe this
time
should be
here.
the thumbnail.
Thank you for visiting.
All right.
All right.
Yeah. So when I look at the log, it's a really cool intro. I love when you enter and what the head says.
Mm,
I would say that I think we could have used some more pennies in the lobby. I think our original
I
thought
know.
was that it was going to be like maybe there weren't any pennies in the lobby, and then we ended up putting some pennies. And anyways,
Mhm.
it's still cool, awesome
Well,
intro. Then the rest of the floors are surprising.
yes, we have two big walls there. We didn't use them. There are all these different ideas. One problem that we did run into often was that this is a very symmetrical building, like top to bottom.
Hmm.
So we try to keep everything even on both sides. So, anyways, yeah. In hindsight, we should have added some stuff to the lobby here. I think we can. I mean, maybe when we move the building out into the wilderness, um, we can do some tweaks and add a little more pop to the lobby for
Sure.
sure.
Yeah.
So,
All right, let's head up to the next floor.
all right.
All right, we took different ways.
No, I'm following you.
Oh,
Yeah.
doesn't matter. That's part of the beauty of it.
The
Yeah.
United States of America, forged into a nation in 1776. 17 years later,
This is
minted
my
their
first time
penny.
experiencing Pennies in
Known officially
Purgatory
as the cent,
Well,
it represents
it
one
is-
100th of a dollar.
on my new
From
computer.
1793 onward, it was
I
struck
just got the
using
new
pure
computer
copper
with the
and later
5090,
bronze.
and
But time
this is my
corrodes
first
all
time in Pennies in
traditions.
Purgatory, so
In
that's what I'm recording on
1982,
right now.
copper gave way to zinc,
Nice.
a quiet concession to cost, and the end of nearly 2 centuries of purity.
checking
When
out
the
some of
scent
the
is
pennies.
discontinued,
I think
Pennies in
my
Purgatory will
favorite
remain
one
a
on this
reminder
floor.
of the past for as
Oh, it's
long
tough.
into the future
I think my
as this
favorite one
blockchain
is kind of like
exists.
the pink gum.
Please excuse the gallery's
I think it's a
shameless self-promotion.
1981.
The photographs
Yeah,
on
that
these
one.
walls are for sale
I think that's
as
my favorite
ordinals,
penny on this floor. How about you?
inscribed on the Bitcoin blockchain for eternity. The exhibit continues on the floor above. Thank you for your attention.
Hey, which one's your favorite on this floor?
They're all my little babies. So, I mean, the one with the meteorite stuck to it here is pretty freaking cool.
Yeah.
I do really, the pink one's awesome. It does have like some kind of alien, organism vibe to it.
Yeah.
The one next to it here, I consider this my They Live penny. It's sort of he kind of looks like the They Live aliens.
Yeah, it does.
I don't know if you see that.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, these are all pretty cool. I don't have as many American ones as Canadian ones, because they're rare up here. We are in Canada.
Sure.
So
The U.S. floor actually ended up having more though than the Canadian floor. More pennies on the wall. I mean.
Well, I think our goal was, or I think I pushed like the idea of a whole bunch of small ones, and then the pennies get bigger and bigger as we got up to the top floor, sort of to increase the I don't know, the look of them. It's also what we proposed in our proposal. I've mentioned it I've mentioned this to you before that having reread our proposal, I think we basically did almost exactly what we told them we were going to do.
Yeah.
Which I'm happy about. Like building design and the style and the this and that and everything. It was DCL could not come back to us and say, "Hey, you guys said you were going to do something different." Like, no, we did exactly what we told them we were going to make. And I'm happy about that it worked out that way.
Also,
I mean, we had different ideas of which way we could go, but we did sort of stick with this style.
Yeah, for sure. The lines on the walls, I don't know what happened in the process of making it, but the lines on the walls, you like to call them hand painted. They're all hand painted.
Yeah.
It's interesting how he came up with this concept of, keeping it like it's in purgatory, pitch black, while still being able to see like how to move your avatar to the next floor and stuff, and being part of this tower tour. But basically a part of the build, I think, was slightly off in terms of not being exactly mirrored, or we were rotating it a few times to get it in a specific spot in the scene and that sort of thing. And then anyways, so the lines in each room ended up being like, they're not perfect math. It's like drawn on almost, which is fun.
I know. I love it. I'm super happy that that's the case. We did not AI generate this. I do feel that this was handmade, piece by piece, layer by layer. I love the fact that the building is like not perfectly symmetrical. What is it? There's like it's off by just 0.1 of a centimeter or something, and it does sort of screw some stuff up later.
Yeah.
But no, it basically is symmetrical, but it's not 100%. It's like 99.5% or 99.9%. So I love it's a bit of a natural. There's a human touch to it,
and you can hear the Om chant in the background, which I think we started out as like a placeholder, but then it ended up being like, no, for sure, that's what we have to do.
I know. That was a total placeholder. Like, let's have something like this in there. I remember, I don't know, a month in, there were times that we would just play it in the background, while we were working.
I know, yeah, or we would forget that it's playing in the background. Oh, it just played for half an hour straight.
Yeah, totally.
All right, we're heading up to the Canadian floor, and we'll listen to the recording here, and then
let's just listen to the whole recording straight through, if that's okay with you.
Yeah.
And we'll talk about it after.
Here it goes.
All right, go for it.
Canada, America's northern neighbor, minted their first penny in 1858. Where America was formed through revolution, Canada chose the path of peaceful secession. Embracing its British past, the obverse depicted the reigning Canadian monarch during its entire lifespan. Known for being a polite and friendly folk, this was not the case with their loyal penny. Canada proved to be a cold country in more than one way, as it unceremoniously abolished the penny in 2012. Pennies in Purgatory is here to celebrate and remember the Canadian penny. It may no longer exist, but here it will remain in the Metaverse forever. My apologies for yet another shameless plug. The photographs on these walls are currently for sale on the Ethereum network as NFTs. Non-fungible tokens for any cryptocurrency layman or neophytes visiting the shrine. The exhibit is far from over. Please continue to the floor above. Thank you.
I am glad I got to use the word neophytes and layman in the same sentence. I have to admit.
Well,
A little excessive, but you know.
yeah, that's pretty awesome.
And
Can't
I am
say
glad
that I've
that we
heard
had
it
the bit of
before
echo.
that.
Neophytes are neophyte is a great word. Yeah, you know, I've told you before. We the original recordings for some of these I think were a bit funnier, you know, but in the end they had to be redone for consistency. So it was a lesson learned in like.
I think they're perfect now, so
You know.
it's good.
Yeah, okay. They are. I guess I'm just super picky. You know, I recorded them so many, or I wrote them and recorded them over and over again, kind of trying to get them right. So I'm sort of a little bit. I overthink it perhaps, but yeah. What's your favorite penny in this room?
Ooh, I think probably Road Rash. Road Rash is probably my favorite, I think.
Oh yeah, okay.
It's on a different day, it might be something different, but
Yeah, Road Rash. It is funny. Everyone I've talked to always picks out a different penny. You know, after all these years, there's never there isn't one penny where it's like that's the one. You know, almost everyone picks a different penny. That Road Rash one is popular.
yeah.
I think if I'm gonna pick this one here, that I'm standing in front of. This was one of the very first pennies I found. This may have been the first penny that I blew my mind. I was like, okay, this thing is. I can't just toss this into a bag. I got to do something with this thing. You know?
Also, this
yeah.
was one of the pennies that started Pennies in Purgatory.
Totally. Yeah. My landlord at the time gave me a bucket. Like, hey, I hear you're collecting pennies. I got here. You can have these. That was one of the first people that showed, like, oh, you're a penny hoarder, huh? You know, everyone's got like a yogurt cup or a old coffee jar full of pennies somewhere in their house, generally, or a bag or something. So he gave me these, and
Here,
Michael, if you're ever out there listening to this video, thank you for the pennies, and you were a great landlord, and this is one that started it. That really started Pennies in Purgatory.
That's awesome. Come mirror me on the other side of the penny for a photo.
Okay.
There you
Nice.
go.
Let's see here.
Perfect.
Nice. Oops. Oh, let me just there. Okay, yeah.
No, we got it. I took a couple. It just didn't play the animation. It's all good.
All right, cool. Yeah. So that was the Canadian floor. Okay, so I'll just quickly mention. It's funny that the one you pointed out, the Road Rash one. I'm gonna say it. Inful bought that one. These pennies in here are all for sale as NFTs. The UI you set up in the bottom right corner. Website, Twitter, NFT links, and the ordinals links. So the pennies, the American pennies, I made them into ordinals, but I kind of screwed up the metadata. I didn't screw it up. I just left something out that I should have had in there. And I have to rebuild that collection properly. I have to do a bit of little reorganizing before I actually list them for sale. But the ones up here are for sale. Sinful bought the Road Rash one. Inessa, bless her heart, also bought one that's not on these walls. So we'll see. If we do an update, we might have to swap out one of these pennies for her so she can see it. But
Cool.
those two really stepped up. That was amazing. So thank you to both of them. And yeah,
Sure. Let's check out the next floor.
let's go for it. This is the last floor, technically, isn't it? Yeah,
Yep.
yeah. I'm like, all right.
My cherished guest, welcome to the final floor of the exhibit. This is Pennies in Purgatory, a refuge for pennies that can't be spent. Saved from an undeserved fate, now preserved in the Metaverse for you to appreciate. Rather than remind you about the ordinals and NFTs available for sale on the floors below, I would like to recite a poem for you. If you believe it to be of poor quality, it is because a human wrote it. Patina's corrosion, foreign substances and gunk, in a couch, a kitchen drawer, or at the bottom of a trunk. Copper lives its own life and expresses itself, whether lost in a park or in a jar on a shelf. Pennies are everywhere, please know they're not junk, even if ugly, bent, or missing a chunk. Every penny is special, every one is unique. Thank you for visiting and letting me speak. Please continue on to the rooftop patio and take a moment to reflect and relax. We at Pennies in Purgatory wish you an excellent day. Goodbye and God bless.
Nice.
Nice. Yeah. So,
Nice
oh
poem.
boy. Yeah, human poetry, eh? It's not. um, it's weird writing things now where I feel like you have to compete with some sort of artificial intelligence.
Mm-hmm.
We're still at the point where I mean, I don't know about you, but I can pretty much tell when something's been written by AI, generally.
Yeah.
I imagine there's gonna be a point where we're not gonna be able to tell. But I've always, thought one of my skills was being able to write fairly well or fairly proficiently. Um, you know, and knowing that AI has sort of like eliminated that skill, it's a little unnerving.
Yeah.
But
I don't know if it's eliminated it, but yeah, it made it so that anybody can do something that's like, it would typically take a lot of work.
yeah, well, these I do feel like these were work for sure, writing these things up.
Yeah.
They're- I guess there's this idea that they're permanent. If this was like something that I could update and change anytime, all there's then. But this is permanent. I
Yeah.
mean, I don't think we're going to redo these speeches. And you know, when I was on the tour with Bay, I mentioned to her, like I do hope that this building is in Decentraland 1,000 years from now. That would be super cool.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I consider this installation permanent. It may move off of the Music Fest site, I think, in a year from now, is my guess. But we'll find a place for it in the forest, and the odd visitor will stumble upon it as they wander through the wilderness, and hopefully they'll have fun for a few minutes or enjoy a bizarre experience. So
Totally.
yeah.
All
All
right.
right.
Should
So
we head up onto the rooftop and check out
yeah,
the
let's do it. Yeah.
Boom. Big meta
This
sign.
is yeah, it's funny, eh? They're kind of in the news these days again as a flailing, horrible, nice, horrible metaverse. Here, let me see. Film me if. Let's see if it works. So can you see? You can't see it though. Okay, I'm gonna toss it right now. Hold on, 3, 2, 1, and now. Yeah.
Calf worked.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
is weird. The
Well,
emote works.
we had decided the emote half to work because the penny kind of disappeared halfway through there, but it works most of the time. That it isn't always like that, and we opted to not have the sound be multiplayer because we just figured that it could potentially kind of sound exploited if a bunch of people were doing it at the same time, or and it was also a little bit bugged out, to be honest. Like when somebody loaded into the scene for the first time, it would play the penny clonking sound sometimes.
That's true.
So
Yeah.
anyways, we vetoed that decision. But overall,
Yeah.
this building's really cool. We struggled with size of the four parcel estate that we were able to build on and
Uh-huh.
getting it to really look like a tower. Like ultimately I think we would have made it wider and taller, but we
Hmm.
couldn't because these were the height restrictions. And if we made it wider, it didn't really look like a tower. It just kind of looked like a cube. But
Hmm.
at the end of the day, like it all fit perfectly, and the amount of space was great. And yeah,
Yeah. It is
so
funny that doesn't really match the rest of the aesthetic of the festival.
yeah,
But like to some degree, I'm glad. Why not?
totally.
Uh, but you notice like there's definitely a lot of purple and neon blue and stuff. And to have, I was worried that they were going to think like, are they doing this to like insult us? Like it's just a giant black tower, you know? Excuse me, but it's not. That's it. It's with I'd say everything with this building was made with intention, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
Um, uh, the outside we kind of left to the last minute because we weren't sure exactly what was going to be beside our building
Oh yeah,
until
when you
kind of
say the
later.
outside, you mean the surrounding area. Yeah.
Yeah,
Um,
it's just fine.
I think it's cool.
Hmm.
The desert of purgatory.
Yeah. I'm thank you for, going along with the plants I liked. We were looking at different plants to put up here.
No, I think these worked out perfect.
Um,
I mean, I just didn't have the eye
yeah.
for it. I had like pictured a completely different style, but these work perfect, especially with the aesthetic of the building and just kind of the direction of Decentraland.
Mm, yeah.
Um, you
This
know,
tree I love.
yeah,
I don't know why, but
that's cool.
it's the same on like at the Barrel, which is another building we made together. We use other Decentraland uh base trees that, come with it. Uh it is I feel like it is sort of like a wink to Decentraland, you know.
Hmm.
We're working with your we used the word homage once already in that speech, so I don't want to use it again, but it's an homage to early Decentraland, I think,
Yeah, yeah.
you know.
Somebody had asked
Or
us that during the festival too. When they came up here, they had said something along the lines of, "Hey, aren't those the Creator Hub trees or something like that?"
yeah, yeah, pretty much. Yeah. Well, these are all available in Creator Hub, so we yanked them out of there. Um, you did a cool
Edited
job
them,
with the pool.
edited them a little bit. We didn't just use the stock ones. We
That's
edited
true.
them, and we used Blender to like place them and everything.
Yes, yeah. I really, it's funny. We spent a lot of time on the rooftop, didn't we? Like, kind of like it's almost like we built the building and then spent like the next, I don't know, X amount of time on the rooftop. Um, Almost before we went in and started placing the pennies and stuff.
Yeah, I think we did because well, we weren't really certain what was next. You know?
Yeah, it was easy to work on this while trying to figure out what we were gonna do in the space. Um, like you said earlier, I think if we had more room, I think it would have been a little bit bigger and it would have been taller for sure. That, in terms of our original
Hmm.
goal. So,
But ultimately, we
even
went way over like triangle suggested limits, how many textures there could be in the scene. Like, I think we used triple or quadruple the amount of textures they suggested to us.
was that excessive?
Yeah,
I don't
it was.
really.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, I you know what though? I think in fairness to us that I think that this is a robust build though. Like I think you're the expert on this. I think that there's a lot of code going on, and SDK coding and vibe coding, kind of scattered around and layered up on all these different scenes. Or that's my impression. And I do feel that we did it in a different way, and we did focus on Creator Hub and building it brick by brick, physically.
Yeah, I think one of
Um,
the reasons that we were able to squeeze in so many more than the suggested amount of textures and whatnot was that I was very cognizant of file size. So, if
mhm,
they're each, some of them are like couple hundred kilobytes, it's like
mhm.
not a problem.
I love how the copper shimmers in the sunlight.
Oh
So
yeah,
nice, you know.
yeah.
And just so everyone knows, the copper on the stairs, that's called stair nosing. Okay, I I
We
bothered
debated
Pepe
this. We
about
debated
this.
about this. Yeah.
You know, we're so like, what else can we add? I'd like some stair nosing. Like okay, whatever. Like, and then finally we did put on the last floor here. I think it's a perfect transition, up um from purgatory into nature or into peace. This is
Yeah.
maybe like heaven up here, kind of, or an attempt at it. Um, so I really like the benches. I've here it maybe it sounds like we're patting ourselves on the back. I love the wooden structures in behind the plants up against the black wall
Hmm.
because they're not really a normal shape. It's sort of like um, yeah,
Yeah.
but
This was all
it's
on the
perfect.
fly, done
Yeah.
in Blender, basically like us deliberating amongst each other. Like there wasn't a plan that we followed for the engineering of it. It's kind of like all done on the
Mm.
fly in real time. And I'll post in here the two pictures that you had originally drawn on a piece of paper that
Yeah.
were an idea of what the building in general was going to look like. And it's like pretty dang close.
It's funny. It'll be proof that I don't know how to draw, you know.
I thought
But
it's good.
I think those were. I swear, drew those in like June or July.
Yeah.
This was a long time ago. I mean, I don't know if we're allowed to tell. I guess the reality is we applied for Art Week. Uh, it didn't quite fit the theme of Touch Grass. It's more like Touch Purgatory and Copper. So, but they were very cool and bumped us to the music festival as one of the art installations here. So that all worked out. But so this has been kind of rolling around our brain and for months and months now.
Hmm. Yeah.
Pretty wild. It's now that it's over, it is kind of, I don't want to say deflating. It's like so much work, all these little things, from the building to the coding, like getting people to help us with different parts, trying to troubleshoot stuff, making the NFTs, picking the pennies, everything. I mean, my God, it just went on and on, and then like 4-day event, and then poof, it's over.
Yeah,
It's
totally.
like, oh, but it's not over, which is, I think, the cool thing about this is that, like I said earlier, I hope this building stays in Decentraland essentially forever.
Yep.
Um, I've got some 2x2 plots or collection of parcels I've bought out in the middle of nowhere, where this will eventually go and stay. So,
Cool.
um,
What else?
yeah.
Was there anything else that we wanted to touch
Well,
base on?
I I'd like to bring up just the audio stuff. I know we're gonna try to keep this one shorter than the last one. That last one was kind of epic. Um, I'd like to think that we paid special attention to the sounds of the building.
Hmm.
Uh, but not too much, but just enough. Fountain,
Yeah, you can hear the fountain
um,
sound now.
the wind noise, which is super important to me. Why don't you go and run up and just for one last time trigger the birds for me?
Yeah, sure.
This again is a shout out to sort of old school Decentraland. I
Yeah.
always put these bird sounds in my builds.
Twinkle
In
tweet.
the
Twinkle tweet
Yeah,
birds.
yeah, just adds a little, I mean, a lot of sites it's just blaring techno, which is fine, or there's no sound at all. But you know, we have the Wilhelm scream as well.
Yeah, I was gonna
The
say that's how we'll wrap it. We'll jump,
Yeah.
and then when we hit the ground off the Wilhelm scream, boom to black. That's the end of the video.
Okay. All right. Deal. Um, you know, one of the things we discussed in the Music Fest review is the audio issues, the audio overlapping, audio levels, audio kind of cutting out and starting up in weird places. And
Hmm.
again, I have to pat ourselves on the back. I think we did a good job in like just having a really subtle but you know clear uh, uh audio track or basically a soundscape to the build.
Yeah.
You know? The ohms, and like that the freaking the curtain door got a great little sound effect.
Yeah.
Um, and the head appearing and disappearing sound effect. You know,
Yep. That one was the. Yeah, I don't know if we're supposed to say this because I think they're all supposed to be original, but that was the Diablo
no,
1 portal sound effect. So there you go.
that's totally cool. You know that
Who I
I'm not a copyright guy. I'm
who
like no.
identified that? Somebody said it, and then, but I don't know who it was.
I think it was Jay Kang.
No way.
Yeah,
Wow, that's impressive.
a wealth of knowledge. He is. So we had an event here. It went really smoothly, I think. We played Vivaldi Four Seasons,
Hmm.
which is, for those that don't know, one of the greatest pieces of music ever written. There weren't a lot of people here, but it was quality over quantity. The streaming went super smooth, I think. Um, for me, like the event went perfectly in terms, like technically, you know.
Yeah.
I think the building itself technically worked really nicely. Um, it's interesting. I don't know. I wish I was part of the crowd for the first time, entering here. Like when there's 15 people in here, I wonder if the voices work properly, and you know what I mean. We don't. I didn't have that perspective.
Hmm.
But my guess is that every single person that stepped on the circle, boom, the head popped up, did the speech, boom, went away. You know, the way we like sort of, I don't, is it fair to say, hard coded this in Creator Hub through triggers and all that stuff. I think it like made it more robust. Um, you know, there were times too. What's funny is that like a lot of the buildings in the festival would disappear, but our building would still be there, just thunk,
Yeah.
like one piece. Um, but most builds would, a lot of them would kind of come together in parts. Like even right now, like part of Makes isn't showing.
Yeah. I know. I know.
When
That's
you
just
get
a.
in there, it does.
This is
But
cool though, but yeah, too bad you can't see
yeah,
the video. So yeah, party next door.
yeah. This is like well, I'll admit it now. This is a week after the festival's over, so it's good that Makes um, putting his pad to good use. It's funny, like look, the two sites that are going to be active post festival are right next to each other.
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
I
That's
think that was
awesome.
just random, but maybe we'll talk. We should talk to Make and do some kind of two building party somehow.
Yeah, zip line.
Yeah, maybe, eh? Oh, figure something out.
Uh,
But yeah. I mean, that's a pretty good. I hope we're not just like, oh, we did such a great job. That's not. Well,
It'll be interesting to look back on
no,
this for us in the future too.
it's
Um,
true. That is what we're doing this for. That you and I can sit down, have a beer, and watch this in 5 years.
for
Just
sure.
like, oh my God, that was insane. This whole thing, this Pennies in Purgatory building, like to me, the whole building is a piece of art. This is a piece of art that we created. You know, yeah, sometimes I feel weird trying to explain this to my non-crypto, like most of my friends are not into crypto or the metaverse or anything. So I'm telling them like, yeah, Decentraland, and we're it's a 3D world, and it's built on the blockchain, and like they're just like, you have no idea what I'm talking about.
I think what sums it up for me, or what I've crash.
Oh no. Okay. Oh, oh no. But okay.
That's my first time that it's crashed since I put the computer into the new spot. But anyways, I
Well,
feel like it was doing pretty well till then.
you know what though? It shouldn't crash. I mean, we will have the option to cut this out. I mean,
Yeah, I mean,
there's a cut point there, but we'll keep talking here. We'll
no, we'll probably cut it out. I think we got yeah. Anyways,
you know
I'm coming back
yeah.
upstairs right now.
Hello, Metaverse Explorer.
So the OP badge. Well, here I'll wait till you're on the roof, just in case. I have this. I say it's flip a coin. We may keep this in. Maybe we should.
Yeah. Well, yeah, flip a coin, but
Here.
flip a coin just like this.
Yeah.
So,
This.
uh,
Yeah. Go ahead.
no, I was just gonna say if we did cut this out, here we're back on the roof. I crashed, and anyways, we were about to talk about the OP badge. So,
Sure. Yeah. It went smooth, didn't it? Don't you think?
yep,
Uh, I'm
pretty
glad we
easy to
grabbed this.
implement. Didn't take us too long, and it's cool to have something to
Totally.
commemorate. That isn't, just the emote. It's like a
Yeah.
badge. The POAPs used to have that, or popes, or however people say it, but now I think this
Oops.
OP, this is an OPAP, and it's
Ope.
replacing it's a OP. It's
Yeah.
replacing the old POAPs, and I think it's cool. Yeah, keep using it. I liked ours, the looks of it.
We'll see if it really fully replaces it. I don't know. It feels like it's still being worked out what this is gonna do and how it's gonna work. I mean, that's just I'm a bit, you know, ignorant to all the parts that are making this work. But you can do it on any like it seems like any Ethereum chain you can practically throw an OP badge onto. So we'll see how it evolves.
Hmm.
This one we put on Ape Chain,
Yeah.
only because that's what's all the other Decentraland ones were on. So just follow the trend, keep it consistent. But let's see here. Is there anything else? I mean, yeah, I'm gonna miss this place. I mean, I miss working on it, kind of.
Yeah, I'm sure we'll have a new
Um,
project again soon.
yeah, hopefully.
But
Not
this
too
this
soon,
will
but
never
yeah,
die. This will never die.
yeah,
Pennies in
I,
Purgatory is here for good, and it's really cool. I've told you this before, but it's something that nobody ever, or not a lot of people have ever thought of, but nobody doesn't think that it's interesting. Everybody's like, "Oh, that's so like," and when they see the images of the pennies, it's like they can't believe it. It's so interesting to everybody because everybody knows a penny, but it's
yeah.
like this blue one I'm highlighting right now. It's like nobody's ever seen that penny.
Well, you are the. It's true. Every single penny, every single one is unique. Every penny in existence is unique. These are the most beautiful, unique ones. But that blue one is yours,
Yeah,
as you know. Maybe I shouldn't say that, but yeah.
no, it's all good.
Um. So, yeah.
All right, should we trigger Wilhelm to splat?
Yeah. You know what? Again, quality, not quantity. Let's go for it. Let's see if we can.
All right, well,
Um,
thank you everybody for following us along on this Pennies in Purgatory overview. We're going to jump to our deaths for fall damage. So
what is with this new weird wave? Come on. What is? Ah.
that's okay. We can make a new wave emote.
I think we might have to. Or salute. Anyways, yeah, okay. All right, you want to jump off? I hope it works.
Yep. All right.
All
Thanks
right, here we
everyone.
go.
3, 2, 1, go.
Thanks.